I want to start a video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Unit KBA back for another video in Transport Fever. So we're going to be carrying on with our Dream World build and we're starting off in Redditch. Now in the last build, in the last video, in the last year, in the last month, whatever. In the last video, we finished off, that. Bridge North, we didn't get any bus routes in, by the looks of it. Oh, did we get? Yeah, we got bus routes in over there, but we didn't do it over here. For good reason, I'd imagine. So we finished off Bridge North, got in the ring road. That's a funny sentence. And we basically laid out general roads for the game to start building on. And obviously Bridge North is a city on its own. It's only got one connection in and out, and that's over East Grinstead. And obviously we finished off Olney. I think that's where I started off last video because of how much pissing about I did. I do apologise for that. So today we're just going to get straight into building Redditch, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things about what I've been learning about this game and what I've picked up as I go along, shall we say. The little things that if you're planning on starting to play this game, or you do play it, I couldn't think of what I wanted to say again. Then some things just aren't working, and hopefully I might be able to give you a few pointers on how things work. So essentially, if you've ever played City Skylines, you'll know that this game basically took Skylines and made it better in some ways, as well as obviously taking the old Tycoon game. I can't remember what it's called. It's in like an open source code website, I think. I can't remember what it's called, but it's essentially that modernized game that people have been asking for years, I'd imagine. But if you ever played Skylines, which was the steroid version of SimCity, then you'll know, like, the way that works is it's all down to demand, and you've got strategically place where your commerce is, where your industry is, and where your residential is, and you've got to base that off land value. Now, in some ways, Transport Fever follows the same kind of logic in some ways. Not heavily. There's a lot that I'm still learning, so if I do say anything incorrect, then feel free to point me out, because I'm eager to learn, because I've really got into this game. I did actually ask Steam for a refund at one point on this game, and they said no, fuck off, you played it for 2 hours and 1 minute, so therefore your opinion is invalid. Essentially what they said. They said no, fuck you, you've played it over 2 hours. But no, so the way that it works is, if I turn on this, now see the lighter green house there and a few scattered around the city, that means that their value is higher. Now you can see down here that the building value is more. So if we go into land value, all of it's a bit shit. Up here it's going to be okay because it's near a major connection. So this is where all new people that are coming into the city are going to go, because that's pretty much the only major connection in here. Now obviously we do have the roads, but that's just mainly for passing traffic, and just traffic that doesn't really matter. Now obviously cities will grow on their own even if you don't touch them or don't do anything with them. Like some cities over there have probably been growing over the years that I've had this game running, in game time obviously. But these are going to be higher basically because of their positioning. Now land use only, I don't know, I think that's how much it gets used. So if it was on an outskirt, it won't. That'd be down, that thing. So put all those three together. If you've got high in each one of those values, then you're gonna get, that's gonna be more. What's the word for it? Denser, should we say? It's gonna be bigger buildings like so, and it's just gonna kick it off more. And that's where everyone will want to go. So therefore, you put your bus routes in there, you put your tram routes in there, whatever. So that's what I've picked up from that. Now, the way that I combat that issue, if you will, is I look at obviously making it look nice to begin with, but also making sure that everything that needs to be covered is covered. Now, what I mean by that is it is essentially everything's getting where it needs to go, which is where the whole industry side of things start popping in. So, excuse me. So obviously industry and commerce will want their stuff. And the closer that they are to the depots means that they're going to get most of the products. As far as I'm aware, there's things that, say if I was to put a depot down there, these would turn into mega factories after so long if they needed to. So it's basically about positioning. Now, how do you get a bigger city? You put more in and you get more stuff going in and out. So that's why you see some, like if you search on YouTube, some people's builds that they've had going for probably months and months and months, and they've got over 200 hours of gameplay on Transport Fever, and they'll have something that looks remotely close to London, let's say. You know, it's like a London version 2, so to speak. And you'll see that they'll have this central one here, and they'll have a terminal station over here, fucking off over there, and then another one over here, and then they'll have a freight coming in over here, and then transport. It looks crazy, and when people see those kind of things, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, yeah." Go into their builds, and then it doesn't work. Why? You can't force it. Literally, some of my overworlds, I've tried to quickly get high rises, and it just doesn't work, because the way that the game's built is that it does it over time. It's just, if you give it everything that it wants, it's not all just going to build up all of a sudden. It's going to do it slowly, still, as real life would have it. So it's something that you've got to keep in mind when you're on this game. You've got to do a lot of looking at the figures if you're playing it properly. Or if you're doing it like I'm doing it, you're doing it in the full sandbox mode. Obviously, it's costing me nothing to put these roads down. It's costing me nothing to have high-speed tracks all the way around. I've not got anything in the maintenance section. So therefore, for me, when I'm doing the sandbox build, the only thing that I need to look at is my placements. And then all I can do afterwards is wait. So I just thought that's more of something that I wanted to put out there, because I read comments of other YouTubers' videos and people are like, how do you get your city that big? Well, if you watch their series, you'll watch how they've made it grow. And in the space of 20 years in game time, if you've got some industry going in, you've got some passenger routes going in, and you've started earlier on, like say if we was back in the 1920s, you did it properly like that again, and that's something that I'm kind of stressing a little bit, then you'll notice by the time that we're in 2013, your cities are fucking huge. Like, excuse my French, but there's no other way to put it. So that's how these things work in these games. And when I first got this game, that's how I was in the mindset of things. So when I realized that that's not the case, I actually got to put some work into it. I very quickly started looking into the, okay, so you need industry. Cool, it's like City Skylines. No, it's really not. And keeping the management of all the lines, similar to Skylines, obviously, it just doesn't have the feel. You know, you can't play Skylines and come in here and go, yeah, cool, blast it. Doesn't work like that, because obviously you've got these completely spread out. And I've not played Skylines for ages, but I'm pretty sure you don't have anything to do with industry. You just put the factory, like the industry stuff down, and build the right road connections, and the game automatically routes the trucks for you. Well, in this, obviously, you can change them, and you've got to really think about it. Otherwise, supply chains go down. Therefore, it starts having a knock-on effect, and then everything hits the floor, and you very quickly become bankrupt in this game. Like here, see. Now, there should only be probably about 7-8 million if I was doing this properly. And that's just through only just gone to this year. So that'll probably even itself out when we start clicking play again. Anyway, I just thought that was something that I wanted to get off my chest, really. Because I've seen so many people try, and it just fails. And it's more when I sit here and talk to you guys about it, is I realise more and more stuff myself. It actually helps me. By helping you, it's actually helping me. Because although I'll have read it, it won't have really, I won't have really sat there and gone, oh yeah, that's that, so to speak. I'll have to actually say it for me to realise what I'm actually saying. Anyway. So, what I'm doing at the minute is I'm going for a similar structure to Coventry. Having these spinal roads that go all the way around, and hope that the game will start to recognise that they're there. And it'll start building on either side, because if we get something like that, then like the industry will fuck off and move, and that'll encourage residential commerce to grow. Sorry, not like a hiccup type thing. Right, so that's more or less Redditch done. I'm gonna quickly put that on double speed just to see what the game does. It's already started building back the buildings that I've destroyed, and apparently the world's smallest house is being built here. How many is it gonna house? 2. Makes sense. Bloody hell, I'm tired. I do apologise. Right. So I think last episode I was like, this is episode 4 or 5, or the episode before that or something. Basically, I was an episode ahead of myself. I saw that I had already recorded Transport Fever before, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, right, I've got a few episodes going. Nope, that's just the old pilot episodes that I did when I got really annoyed with the North Atlantic map. So this is, yeah, is this episode 5? I feel like this is episode 5. Episode 5. How many passengers you got? None! Yay! So, of course, we now need to change that. How do we change it? We make bus lines. And I don't... Oh, shit on a drumstick. So I'm not going to put a station in. Again, because it is a hell of an awkward road system. And I should have probably thought about that. Piss poor planning on my behalf. So let's get it out to there. This is going to kind of serve as a ring road. Do I really want buses pissing about on this side? What do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon? I reckon going down here is going to be a good idea. Get the bus coming through this estate, so then we can go straight across down into the industry. Go up this main road. Make it go through here, come across over to here. Don't know why, but I feel like this would be a really good idea. Actually, don't need that, but we will need that kind of linking in. Or can we put it in there? No. But can we put it over here? No, because it would defeat the object anyway. Unless we have it there. Yes, I feel like that's a good idea. And that's a horrible hump, so we're going to quickly smooth that over. Right, okay. And onwards we go. So it's going to come down here, go across there. Stop off over there. And make its way back round to the bus stop over there. Okay. Now, I'm well aware that that city over there needs bus routes as well, but I don't like that route. No, I'm joking. I want to get this one up and running first. I feel like this is slightly more important than the other one, since the other one is only a side town, whereas this is more of a central town in the back. The back skirts. Oh dear lord. Me and my English. One. There we go, that looks kind of funky actually. It's pretty much just going to pass back through that way anyway, or is it? Oh no, it's actually rerouted itself. That's the way I actually wanted it to go. Okay, so this is going to be Redditch line 1. Now I am going across all the way around on this one. Purely because there's not that much on that side. I really wanted to anyway. Right, is there a vehicle depot nearby? Depot, whatever. I don't think there is. So I think I've mentioned that I don't really want to look at trams, but I'm also sat here thinking, actually, I kind of do at some point in the future. Something that's on my list to look at. But that's for major kind of city stuff. When we start destroying the cities again, when they get to a point where the road management is that shit on my behalf, then we need to completely redesign the cities, the ones that are getting bogged down. So we're going to go with Redditch line 1, and we've assigned 5 or 6 buses to it. So they're going to go travelling away. There is only 9 stops, so therefore we don't need that too many. It's tired, I'm late. Yeah. Cool. I swear sometimes I just don't know any language. Like, I failed at the English language part. Say, I'm gonna give up. Just enjoy the city. A joke. I forgot what I was going to say. Could really use a drink right now, actually. As in, like Vimto or something like that. It was quite dry. I normally have a drink with me, but I've been a spoon and not prepared myself one. Oh, oh, do we have new brum brums? New brum brums? No, go fuck yourself. So they are now whizzing about. This is starting to grow. It's already starting to put new roads in, creating some major junctions. Bloody hell. I fear when I start putting the trucks in on this. Majorly. I feel like it's not going to reach out to here that much because there's no buses out here. Bus routes. Yeah, bus routes. That's right. Might have to address that in the future, but I do believe that's Redditch now done. Right. I'm going to pop over and see how our original towns are doing. So, how are you guys doing down here? You have filled out quite well, actually. Not gonna lie, these guys are doing really well over here. We're getting big complexes like this. Wow, 28. So that's gonna be another one of those buildings, isn't it? This is what we like to see. So I think it's gonna be a good idea to do fuck all with this city for the minute. Oh wow, it's actually really starting to create these roads. I'm sure I deleted them last time. But nevertheless, if I didn't, I should have done. But for now, they can have that. And let's get rid of that horrible curve. That's better. Somewhat. So it looks like these trains are not doing too bad. Let's just quickly just pan out and go and look at some pretty sea, and we'll look at these routes. Okay then. I can't. Damn it. So Coventry circulars are creating some hella money. What I'm gonna do in a minute is I'm gonna, in fact, you know what? I want to finally get those 2 trains off, and if it means taking a loss in passenger count, then I'm willing to do it now. Which way is that Coventry route? Is it the clockwise route? That's still got those trains on it. Yeah, so it's the clockwise route, which is going that way into it. Yeah. So we need this depot. I'm gonna go to multiple units. I'm gonna go to electric. Oh yeah, I've got a new mod, which is basically that train. Or is it? Sadly, I'm guessing it's like the same company who make trains. But we got a new commuter train that I am probably going to use, not on these routes. These are probably best for this route because of their speed. Actually, what speed can these go? 160, yeah. So I really need the speed. Oh shit. And obviously the capacity on these ones. So I'm going to quickly buy those 2. Coventry clockwise. And let's go and find those little 2 shits. Is this one of them here? Nope, it's not. However, that's not either. Damn it. How about you? How many passengers do you have? You're going to the depot anyway. Sorry, I know I've just got rid of like 51 passengers, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so he can't leave. He's just left. I feel like that's one of our new trains. No. Alright, so they're all waiting for this dude. Right, okay. No, they're not. Mr. Choo Choo's going off on one, but that train is still waiting. I'm assuming he's going to slip in right behind him once he's gone round past. No? Okay, so that's a bit weird. Why did he wait? Whoa, what are you doing? Why have you just gone on the anti-clockwise route? Please tell me you're going to go back across. The actual fuck? Right, okay. This is where the trains start to annoy me. So, we're going to put a waypoint in. We're going to go to routes. We're going to find the anti-clockwise route. And add station. Like so. Can't be having shit like that. That's not on. So we've just put a mini waypoint in. You're going to stop there. We're going to get the next train flying past. And that's that one sorted. That's exactly why I wanted to come back and revisit it. Right, okay. So Seaford, I said I was going to leave alone, didn't I? Like, I know I should probably put bus routes in, but it's not too important at this minute because they are actually getting a fair few passengers for this route. So I'm going to leave Seaford alone. I'm going to leave the bus routes off that. I'll probably do them off camera at some point. However, what do I do next? Do you reckon? See, wow, there's actually a fair few passengers knocking about. Look at these down here. These are so cool. How they just form like that. Okay, so they go down into a tunnel. They're currently underground over there. Oh shit, should probably dial that back actually. Wait, there you go. It wasn't 2014, it was 2015 that those new trains came in. You know what? I'm going to set Winchester up. Oh, what happens to my voice then? Jesus. So, ow. So, that train's going to come across there. Now, we have got a perfect, and I mean, this is so perfect. Sorry, people. Are these all residential? Yep. Sorry, guys. Okay, so put 4 tracks in. Extra long station, because why not? Try my best not to destroy any more houses. Let's just quickly rotate that a little bit. So that is now like that. So I'm kind of hoping that Winchester's going to take off a little bit. However, we will have to see, won't we? That's one hell. Oh no, that's going to be horrible. Give me one of those horrible curves. But to place it in the middle of there like that, I think that's mission success if you ask me. So why 4 tracks? Well, obviously 2 of them are going to go across there. And I kind of feel like we've got this track coming in from over here. Actually, you know what? I'm talking absolute bullshit here, aren't I? I should, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start watching my own videos back, like properly, and listen to what I actually say and make a note of it. Because there is no need for... Ooh, what's this? Track layout. Oh, cool. Okay. Sorry, I got really amused by it. We'll go for a bit of a lower down station this time. No, we're gonna go for a quarter roof. We just have a simple roof. I just like that actually, that's quite nice. So this is actually gonna put the platform for our bridge across the water. So what we need to look at here, that is that curve right there. That's quite a nice bridge going across there. The tracks are together, which I wish I'd known about. Is that gonna, yep, right, I'll sort that out later. No, why not just drag it across and connect it up? It's a lot easier. Right, yep, that's that's in. Not the prettiest of tracks, but it'll do, I guess. So we got that bit in, and we've now got that bit in. Okay, so slowly but surely we are starting to get all of the routes connected up, aren't we? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that. Now I know that's not completely in the direction of, is that Staley Bridge? Yeah, of Staley Bridge, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a nice S-bend. So that's gonna come in like that, and then we're gonna link it in on a shallow corner going in there, which is then, well, it'll be on a curve station. That's gonna come in like that, curve round and go up to Polegate. So I'm gonna leave that there for a minute. Now we are going to connect these roads up, but we're gonna delete the old connections and put some new ones in, just a little bit nice. Alright, so that's that linked up. Now the city is actually linked up. The cars will go through that, but obviously because it's a raised station, and apparently we can build to go above that. We're going to do that like that, and then we'll do another one back here if we can. Yes, we can. I'm happy about that, and we can connect that up to there, and probably get away with having another connection in like that, and again on the other side. Yeah, I like that. Okay then. Then you know what, we're gonna get rid of that. Right, I'm not gonna focus too much on Winchester, because that does not need my attention right now. So, and that's one in. So we've got one more of these off the tracks. Now they've not been with us for that long, have they? I do feel bad, and the game's frozen, for fuck's sake. There we go. I do feel bad. I may bring them back into service. May, probably won't. No. Stay at that. Looks like it's starting to get to the end of its life anyway. So the next question is, where's the other one? Is this it? It is. How many people have you just taken on? Oh, you're not taking on anyone yet? Nope. I can deal with that. I've only lost a couple of passengers. So he's going to head off to the depot. There is currently a train waiting back there. Why is the nose? I'm sure I put more signals in. Please tell me it did actually save. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Okay then. So why do we constantly have all these trains? So we've got too many trains on the track. Or is it just they're all in one section? I'm sure they'll sort themselves out. Okay then. So, how's it doing in Olney? Not too bad. Now, I feel like passengers will start picking up once we get the connection between these two. Now, what I want to do next video is I'll get the buses hooked up over here, and then I'm really going to look at the intercity connections in terms of highways. Yep, I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to get some intercity coach route set up. Now, I'm only going to have a couple of buses on that unless that route really does start to take off. Simple. And we're basically just going to connect all of these cities by highway like this. Smooth them out a little bit more. So, just for example, probably get them in like that, so that they look nice. And I want to use the word uniform. Don't know why. Now, obviously, we've still got all this industry stuff around here. And if I'm being honest, this area looks perfect for the industry side of stuff. Although it is in the center, and I really wanted it in a corner, but I've set the map to medium. It's not flat, it's set as a medium map. Oh shit, I didn't even see this city back here. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm what? Yeah, the intercity connections. Getting them all connected up and having the ability to do that. And whilst it's on my mind, I'm going to do this one after I've paused it. Otherwise shit seriously starts going wrong. So we'll delete up to there, just to show you. Now, I would normally stick with 80, but I'm going to go with 100. So if we get that to connect. Yeah, so that'll do, like so. And then if we get that like that. That like that. Get rid of that connection there. And we feed that into there like that. And that's a nicer looking road going in to there. Now I'm going to quickly link that back up using that kind of road. And I'm obviously going to upgrade all of these. Apparently I just did 2 at once. As well as reconnect this back up there. So that's the kind of things that we're going to be looking at. So, as per usual, let me know what you think of the series so far. Let me know any suggestions, any feedback, any questions you might have. Feel free to ask, because I will answer. But like I said last video, don't ask me to look at your channel unless you're someone who I've actively seen knocking about on our channel first, because we call you view whores. Not that we're being hostile towards people, but you know what I mean. You see it happen every day. We're not falling for it. But anyways, I'm gonna save that, so there's proof I saved it. I always load these up and I go, did I save it last time? So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Again, let me know what you think. But until next video, Goodbye.